You have come to what may be termed a crossroads. September 15, 2014. It is a time of new beginnings. The channel has begun a new chapter in his life, and we will now begin developing a line of information which it is time for you to understand. We began months ago heading these messages Michael and the councils. It seemed that too few were able to maintain interest unless the name of an archangel was attached to the message. We believe that now you have progressed in your understanding enough for you to be told that all of the messages originate in a level of consciousness that includes your guides, the masters, as you call them, angels, teachers, light beings, and the most divine ones whom you all revere. We will now call ourselves the council. Understand that each of you has a council. Each of you sits on a council. As we have spoken before, your council is always in session, and all decisions are unanimous. Nothing is ever decided upon that will affect you and which you have not agreed to. As much as it may seem that way to you from your human perspective, it is just not so. The you that has agreed to, and in fact has probably asked for, the experiences in your life has a far greater understanding and goal in mind than you can fathom with your current level of consciousness. That is about to change, however. In fact, as we have also said before, that is changing now. The growth much of humanity is going through is now becoming quite evident, even though it is, by your reckoning, gradual and subtle. The object of these messages is, and always has been, to aid you in your growth and help you to remember knowledge which you all carry, but have forgotten how to access. This challenge is being addressed in many other ways, as well. Many of your healers are learning to lead you past your personal blockages, to heal your wounds and tear down your inner walls. Much of the problem has been your inability to stop judging yourselves and those you see around you. And there are other things in your way, also. We shall address these as we come to them. It is time. You have come to what may be termed a crossroads. The time has come for plain talk and for focus on the most important things. We are sorry, but much of what you get is just not a priority in the overall picture. We understand that you are living in places where things seem to be important that will be understood later to be less so. We understand that it is not possible for one to concentrate on lofty matters when one is hungry or in great danger. But most of you are not truly in those types of situations. And in fact, you would be amazed to know how many of those who are in them address us more often than many of you do. So the point of today's message is that we, as the council, will now begin addressing questions centered more on aiding you in your quest for greater access to your own higher consciousness. We will not be instructing you in how to meditate, although we will urge you to do so. We will not be espousing any particular beliefs, although we urge you to closely examine them. But we want you to find out who and what you are. And we know that now is time for you to do that. Now, if it helps you to think of us in terms of universal mind, Buddha mind, Oversoul, or any other thing you wish to call us, please feel free to do so. We do not care. All of these terms, being coined by your human minds, are necessarily limited by your understandings and are therefore less than accurate. Even the council is limiting, but we understand that some name must be chosen. The important piece of information for you to receive today is that the consciousness that we speak from is within you. It is within each one of you. We can be reached by each of you. And in fact, if you all did that, we would have no need at all for these channelings. But there are many levels of awakening, and each must begin where he or she stands. Good day for now. We will continue soon and much more often. There is much to speak about. Channeled by Ron Head. oraclesandhealers.wordpress.com